The year is 2050, and over the last generation, the kids would only eat chicken nuggets and fries. This led to a huge shortage of potatoes and chickens. Can we capitalize on this high demanding job market, or will we fail at feeding the next generation? Let's find out. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 7, season 2 of Feeding the Next Gen Roleplay. Now, last episode there was just a complete shock, totally crazy. The John Deere got completely destroyed. We got us a new tractor. After driving around that new tractor, that made me really think, hey, I really want another tractor. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the one I had previously. In this episode, we're going to be breaking in our new tractors because there is a whole lot of work to do to our fields this month and in this episode. Let's see if we can get it all done. One of the first things I need to do is go ahead and get this harvester out of the way. This is not planned this way. I did not plan to actually get another field in. That's the issue. I do have that stone picker put away in the back because it's usually not used until after this harvester is used. But with me getting a new field in and doing a lot of plowing, I have a lot of stones that need to be picked up. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way into the open. Probably just leave it here for a while because I need to put this stone picker back here in the same spot. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but it's what I like to do. And here we go. This field 26 and 27 combined, I'm going to go ahead and name that one Auto Sim Crew. And then the other 36 and 39 combined, I'm going to go ahead and keep that named as Simulation Gaming Universe. For a second there, not very long, I was going ahead and using both their names because the field was combined and I didn't have another field for them. But now I do, so still separating them. And once I get another field, I'm just going to go ahead and pick the first comment off the very first episode, as long as they're not used already, and name the field after that person. Now, while I have a worker over there on that other field going, I'm going to go ahead and drop this weight off from the front of this tractor and get this tractor over to the shop and get it sold. And then, of course, time to buy a new tractor. I did contact the shop. They said they'd come pick it up, and after selling that off right there, we made $164,000. Went ahead and did full repair and repaint on it before selling it, though. So pretty good money. I forgot how much that tractor actually cost, and they're going to go ahead and deliver me another tractor out here. Let me see what they have in stock. Well, they have this John Deere on sale, but obviously our track record and previous history with John Deere's are not very good, so I'm just going to stay away from that for right now. This fast track here is on sale, and it was quite a bit off. I don't know, maybe 50% or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I don't think I've ever actually used one on here, so why not give it a try? $154,966 to buy that. Now that puts our balance a little over $1 million, and so far this thing is pretty nice. I've always heard good things about this, and of course fast track, you know, I like going fast. Let's see if it actually holds up to that name and does 45 miles an hour. Now I'm going to utilize this to work the planter because that is the next thing up. Now I do see a little bit of an issue if I ever need to fertilize because none of my tractors have narrow tires. Well, that is an issue I can figure out at another time. And that issue only applies whenever I have to fertilize on a field that has crops on it. I don't know why I drove over there. I need to refill this thing. Filling that up now right there. 16,000 liters of potatoes in there, $5,677. Now I did notice I could change that seed type down there, and I could fill it up with multiple different types of seed types. And I know seeds cost the most. I believe they do, at least. And potatoes is cheaper than seeds, so that's why I put potatoes in there whenever I go to purchase it. That also got me thinking, hey, is there something cheaper than potatoes? Because if I can put something else in there and change it, maybe I'll start doing that. But I'm not really worried about money right now because we got a little over $1 million. I got the worker off and going over here, and this makes some pretty good time, pretty good progress here, I'd say. I mean, up to 15 miles an hour so far. Maybe it can get a little bit faster. And the reason it's going so fast is because I do have that speed mod, I guess I would say. This is not normal. It was going 7 miles an hour before I did this. Hey, looky there. We got somebody done with working. Stone picker all done here, and you know, I don't think it missed anything. And if it did miss anything, I'm not too worried about it because I don't believe the stones affect the yield at all. It just kind of destroys your equipment a little bit faster. But as you might be able to tell with the last episode of my plowing, I don't really care about the equipment too much because that destroyed my plow big time. Let's go ahead and get this back over here to our farm. We got almost 14,000 liters of stones in there, and I need to probably start looking at doing something with them. I got the money, I could buy the production. Maybe one day, today's not the day. I'm gonna go ahead and put away the stone picker for this season, I guess. I'll probably get it back out after harvest, and then that is probably whenever I'll look into doing something with those stones. Right now I need to go ahead and grab the limer and head over to our new fields we got over there. I can't remember the names of them. What, 26, 27, 26, 29? 26, 29 sounds familiar. You know what? I do remember the person I named it after, Auto Sim Crew. So hey, we're heading over to Auto Sim Crew's field. And oh my gosh, I'm out of lime. I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Fill this thing up here all the way, quite a bit of lime in there. 25,000 liters is the capacity. That cost me $12,195. It is field 26 and 27. That's what it is. Maybe I'll remember that one day. But I do remember the Auto Sim Crew part. Speaking of Auto Sim Crew, he is a channel member on my other channel and a great content creator. Really do appreciate that. Hey, thank you for all the support you give Auto Sim Crew and on this new channel here. And if y'all are looking for some great farm sim content, I highly recommend checking him out. Now, while I have one worker going off planting, one worker going off liming, I got some other stuff I need to do. I am kind of worried about the issue I may be having here with the eggs. The eggs are going to fill up pretty fast. They are actually almost full. I can only get like a little over 2 more pallets right here. here, and then bam, they're full. So by next month, this production area is going to be full and stocked. I need to get those eggs moved, and both my tractors are busy, but I got an idea for that. I think I'm going to buy something very specific just for my egg stuff and my pallet stuff. Now, this is what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to go ahead and get this telehandler, New Holland. There are other options out there, but you know what? I'll just go ahead and go with this one. I have no modded ones, but I also have the option of getting forklift too, and they crossed my mind. A forklift, a nice off-road one, 58,000-ish, and that's probably what I'd get. This one's 110,000. Yeah, a lot more money, but a telehandler is a lot more versatile than a forklift, so I'll be able to use this for quite a bit of stuff around the farm besides just lifting pallets. At least I think I will. Let's go ahead and buy this for $110,000. And of course, I need some pallet forks for that thing, so here, we're just gonna go with this. Very simple, nothing extra, $2,000, we'll buy that. The tractor over here is completely out of line. Instead of taking it all the way back to the farm, I'm gonna go ahead and put in another multi-fruit buying station and put it over here next to this field. I think it'd be a great idea. Now, I do not own this land. Obviously, it says land is not owned right there, but I can come over just a little bit to the land I do own and plop that in right there. I think that'd work out great. The ground is definitely terraformed a little bit weird, but it should do the job. Now, slowly, we are eating away at that money up there. We are now finally under $1 million, and I'm sure a lot of that had to do with buying that telehandler, but we won't tell anybody about that. Now, I'm gonna go with this trailer right here. It is something a little different than what I normally use. The reason I'm gonna go with this one is because it does have an auto load feature to it. I no longer have universal auto load. I have been having so many issues with it, so I'm not gonna worry about it anymore, but there are these other auto load mods out there, and this is one of them I'm gonna utilize eventually. But for right now, I'm gonna actually load this stuff up manually. Maybe. I say that. We'll see how much trouble I have with it, but this will actually attach to the back of that telehandler. I think it will. For $39,650, we will go ahead and buy that. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the trailer right there and then pick up these pallets. I'm not gonna pick them all up because one of them's not done all the way, but 3 of them are done all the way. Then eventually get them loaded up on that trailer while these other workers are going. But it looks like I got a finished worker, so let's go ahead and take care of that instead of wasting time. This field over here is done liming. It still needs to be fertilized, but I do the fertilizing after the planting. So next step up for this field is to go ahead and plant some potatoes in there. But I only have one plant. That might be an issue because it's still going on the very first field I set it up on, which is not good, especially for time. So let's look at maybe buying another one. Now, in appreciation for breast cancer awareness, this is not breast cancer awareness month at all, but hey, in appreciation for it, we're going to go ahead and go for pink right here and give a little extra to the charity. So 16,000 liters, how much does this hold? This is the same exact one I got already. The other one's brown. I don't know, I just thought it'd be nice to mix things up here a little bit here. So $132,500, we will buy that. I'm going to go ahead and top this thing completely off with this 16,000 liters of potatoes or potato seeds. I don't know exactly what it'd be called, but $6,192 is what that costs. Now, it is great that I have that other multi-fruit buying station over here at this other field because this is going to take a while. Honestly, I should probably get another tractor and another planter because of how long this is going to take and set up multiple on this one field. Looks like those forks are just long enough where I can actually pick up 2 pallets, which is great. I kind of thought that's what I would be able to do with them. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get them loaded up on this trailer nice and neat. No promises because I'm sure it's not going to be nice and neat at all. Now, there's another thing I need to consider doing, which is getting some sort of storage to hold all these eggs because I'm not going to sell them off until best sell time, and I don't even know when that is. That's something to worry about another time, but for right now, let's go ahead and load these up on here. And I cannot believe I'm actually doing something manually. I'm sure some of y'all got something to say about that. I do know I mentioned this trailer has auto load ability, but I don't know if I mentioned my rules to use an auto load. I do have a rule to use an auto load, and that is I must have the equipment and be able to do it myself manually. So right here, I have the equipment and I can do this myself manually. And looky there, got that on there nice and neat. I mean, it's not perfect. It honestly should probably be closer up there. Let's see if I can back out without the pallet moving. That seems to be the issue, trying to kind of pulling the pallet with me. Now, in real life, I do drive a forklift quite a bit. I have drove one of these telehandlers. Fun fact about that, I actually stole one of these telehandlers when I was in the Army. And if you want to know more about that, leave a comment because that's a long story. But the Army is actually where I learned how to drive one of these telehandlers. Now, I'm sure I'm going to load more up on here, and one little trick is to just go ahead and strap down the pallet that's on there so I don't knock them off. I could probably go maybe 2, 3 high right here on the front side. Looks like this trailer can hold quite a bit. And obviously, with me loading it manually, I can load a lot more than what the auto load will allow. It looks like on this course play right here, I may not have put enough headlands in because it keeps having to back up and turn around, and that's probably why it's taking so much time. And I will redo that course next time around and try to add more headlands. I did notice my issue with this field here and went ahead and correct that issue on the next field that I already got planting. So that one hopefully won't have that big of an issue turning around. This field right here, I only put 4 headlands on. The next one over, I did 6 headlands. Hopefully that works out great. If not, I'll go up more from there because that whole time it's wasting. Backing up, turning around is losing a whole lot of time. And honestly, I'm about to take it over and do it myself because it missed a lot, and plus I got nothing else to do. I am almost done with this field. All I got left is to go around and run into trees like that. Now, all I got left is to go around, touch up all the spots that I missed, and it did miss quite a bit because of the whole turnaround one issue I had, but I'll go ahead and take care of that, and shouldn't take too long. Just finished up the last little bit on this field right here, and now all I got left is custom field 1 and 2, which is Rainbow Hacker Gaming and the Herd. Now this field right here is Simulation Gaming Universe, all done with it. Pretty excited about that. I'm gonna go ahead and top off this potato planter. I can't empty it out, so might as well go ahead and top it off and not worry about having to empty it out. Learn that lesson. I think we did a pretty good job of breaking in the new tractors. Now, honestly, 2 tractors I don't think is enough. This operation is getting larger and larger and larger, but I'm gonna try to slowly upgrade as I go along. I say slowly, these are some pretty big upgrades, but they're not as big as they could be. I could easily just lease like 3 or 4 tractors right now and knock this out in 1 hour, but not gonna do that. We're gonna take our time, slowly progress, slowly grow, because this is a very long series. This is a very big goal to hit. This is a lot of work. So hey, I really just want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section, because they're always welcome and very much appreciate it. And until next time, y'all take care.